Yo, what's up, fam? Rob here. I hope all of you are doing awesome. I hope your 2018 is off to a nice start. Today's episode is brought to you by Marvel Years. You heard his music opening up this podcast. The song you heard is called Lifted. Want to give Marvel Years a big shout out for letting us use your music. Thank you, man. We love the vibes, and yeah, it's just good energy. So we really appreciate it. Today's episode was really fun. Zach is currently in Hawaii with his friend Zach, who traveled from Massachusetts towards the end of last year, I think New Year's Eve, and they've been bouncing around the islands out there. So I was able to catch up with them. We had a really nice conversation. They were actually driving around in a van for the past several days and several nights. So certainly fun hearing their stories. We also got into talking about nutrition. Zach, not Z-A-C Zach, but Zach, Z-A-K with a K, we'll call him Maui Zach, has lost, I think it was about 45 pounds over the course of about a little less than a year, just by shifting the way he ate. So not changing a whole lot of his habits outside of just changing what he eats on a daily basis. So hopefully you all can gain some insight there. I know we definitely gained some insight from these conversations and this conversation with Zak and Zac. I hope you enjoy this episode. Any feedback is much appreciated. Also, if you can go on to iTunes, rate us, review us, throw us 5 stars if you really like the podcast. That means so much to us. And also hit us with a subscription. That way you can stay up to date on all the episodes that we will be sharing with you. You can find us on Instagram at Zach Barbiaz. That's ZACBARBIASZ. You can find myself on Instagram at starbuck.rob. You can find the Launch community on Instagram at Launch Livin', no G at the end of livin'. And you can find Marvel Years on Instagram at Marvel, like the comic book, Years. Years is plural. You can find him on Spotify, iTunes, anywhere else. If you like that music, check out his other stuff. Certainly good vibes. Thank you so much, man, for letting us use your music. And yeah, hope y'all enjoy this episode. Much love, and we'll see you at the top.
And then Z Money just came up with a thought like, I think I'm going to Hawaii. I was like, really? I was like, wow, good for you. I was like, I hope that's a great time. And he goes, want to go? I'm like, I totally would go if I can. I mean, but Christ, I don't know all your friends and whatnot. Is it cool? And he goes, yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good.
How's the audio on your end? Because the phone, we're in the van and the phone is just like resting up. It's not the same distance between the two of us. Is it okay?
I'm assuming it's okay. I'll have to, let me see.
Well, no, if you can hear us, then it's fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can hear you fine. I got the the voice memo going. I got the GarageBand going too.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, you know how we got to go 2 recordings.
So yeah, we came down here, literally we got here on New Year's Eve. We got in at like 6 p.m. New Year's Eve night. Just totally whacked, like 14 hours of travel from Boston all the way to Maui. We stopped in Seattle on the way.
Leaving Western Mass at 4:20 in the morning.
Yeah, it was like 11.
On Sunday, 12:31.
It was like 11 p.m. Maui time when we woke up. Go to the airport, fly the whole way here. We both had to sit in middle seats between people the whole way out. Just like not caring one bit. Yeah, got all the way out here, and New Year's Eve night was just insane, dude. It was insane. It was exactly what I wanted in the start of the new year. Like, literally flew all the way from Massachusetts just to have that moment, which was like perfect energy on the beach in Hawaii for New Year's Eve night. And we Yeah, we got in at 6, just in time to see the sunset. And just hung on the beach with some friends all night, played some games. Pretty much full moon. It was insane. Like, you could see the different colors of the water.
Yeah, the next day was full moon.
From the shining of the moon, you could see the different colors of the water at night, so it was pretty damn impressive. But it was wild because we got here, and luckily Natalie and company let us hang there for a few days while we got our things settled. But there wasn't a single VW van available on the island, and we were going to get the VW van, you know, like the luxury glamping experience, all Instagram-worthy photos, and be all beautiful, right? And nothing was available, and no one returned my call because it's island time, so it's not like anyone's calling you back within a day.
It's New Year's Day at this point, you know?
Yeah, it's like, do you want one in 2 weeks? Or, like, no, I want it in 2 hours, bro. So, you know, slight change of plans, and I remembered when I was Googling vans that you could rent out these vans there was like a Maui kite surfing vans or something, so I figured there was a bunch of storage space, so we found the van, which worked out really well because it was like a third of the price to rent just a cargo van as it was to rent the Westphalia.
Oh, wait, you guys are in a cargo van?
Yeah, this is like the van you rented in LA for a week. Yeah, there's still rails for the seats in the back.
Dude, that's hilarious. This whole time I thought you were, like, glamping in a nice van.
No, and it's so big that we were able to leave the seat in behind the driver's and passenger front seat and just have enough space to sleep in the back still.
Just a big white E150 van that we called Ivory.
Ivory! Wow, I got the white Buffalo.
Yeah, well, Natalie's car is called Pearl, so we had to step it up as well. But yeah, so we grabbed this thing and ended up working out nicely. We grabbed this van. It's like $300 and change. I guess, I don't know, for a week plus. And just bought a couple mattress toppers from Walmart for like $15, couple pillows, couple blankets, and really nothing else. We just cleaned up this place. Still a lot of beach sand in here. But
did y'all stay in one area on the island, or did you do a lot of moving around?
We only doubled up on sleep locations once, so we did a lot of moving around.
Nice. Zach with a K, first van life experience?
Yes. Not my first time sleeping on the side of the road in a car, but first time doing it with another person in a van in Hawaii.
The van life.
I lived that Cali life in my Camry for a little while back about 5 years ago or so, 5-6 years ago.
Really? Where did you do that?
I bounced all over the place, anywhere from Santa Cruz on up to Humboldt.
Dude.
It's literally a rite of passage if you move to California that you have to live in your car for at least a few days.
I just finished up a...
There was many a night where I just pulled over on some street in San Francisco and I was like, this is where I'm sleeping.
Wow. That's a whole podcast in itself, Zach. How long did you do that for?
Short amounts of time. I never did it for too many consecutive days because I had a lot of friends out there. But there were some times where, like, schedules just didn't line up, and I was like, well, I'm okay. I'll get some dinner and walk around and crash out.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's just shutting your eyes for a bit, right?
Yeah.
And then you get going.
I mean, yeah, and I've driven cross-country probably 6 times-ish. Every time, never getting a hotel.
Damn. No, I want to do that. Wait, so y'all did this very last minute. I think a lot of people would think it'd be super expensive going from Massachusetts all the way to Hawaii. Last minute like that. You guys did it pretty cheap, yeah?
I mean, I think so. Just considering what it costs you to fuel up your car and drive around the same state that you live in for a day, I went over 5,000 miles for $400 each way. Like, that's a lot of miles for not too much money.
Especially last minute.
Vacation, it's not like you're doing anything different than you are at home. You still have to eat and drink, and so the basic costs are there. It's just like a couple $100 for the car and, yeah, the plane tickets. But other than that, it's like, all right, well, you can either have oatmeal for breakfast or you can have a lavish breakfast. So it's like that part's on you. It's on you from there, really, how much you really need. But yeah, dude, you don't need that much at all. Like, I haven't been hungry. Been fed very well by my front seat plant-based chef Zach, Daddy right here.
And that's the thing. Living in the van, we've been eating great. All plant-based, all just great. Veggie sandwiches and everything.
Oh, dude.
Never feeling hungry.
Dude, I love it. I was just having this conversation with someone about how you actually don't feel as hungry as you think you would by eating a shit ton of vegetables.
We were making these veggie hummus sandwiches that were just, for us, out of this world. It did everything that we wanted.
Zach, how long have you been plant-based for?
Since April 2017.
So you're like me. That's when I started.
Yeah, I kind of like slow rolled it a little bit. I cut meat out of breakfast and was doing that for a little bit, and then I cut it out of lunch. And by the end of March, I ended up finding myself doing a 5-day juice cleanse where I was juicing all my own juices for 5 days. But my plan was to go for a week to 10, but I ran out of ingredients, and I was like, close enough. and you're still plant-based now. How has it impacted your life? Good. It's been all positive, really. I was my kind of reasons for doing it is I was turning 30 in 2017, and I was at a point in my life where I was the heaviest I had ever been, just not feeling great. I was weighing 280 pounds, about to be 30 in November, and was just like, fuck, this isn't exactly where I saw myself.
Oh, wait. Hey, a happy belated birthday, by the way. 30 is big.
Thanks, brother.
I'm turning 30 next week.
Good for you, man. It's not all it's cracked up to be, let me tell you. It's not as bad as they tell you either.
What, grass isn't greener?
Well, your eyesight goes down the next morning. Okay.
Dude, that's so awesome, Zach. And what are you weighing now?
235 now.
So what's that, 50 pounds?
45.
All right, 45, 50 on a good day. Dude, that's awesome, man. I'm so stoked for you.
Yeah. The other neat thing was I also have a coworker who's also named Zach. And
dude, a lot of Zachs today.
When we got back to working, because I get laid off over the winter, and usually right around April is when the work season starts up again. He asked me what the heck I was doing and how's it going, and I gave him the whole spiel of the plant-based thing, and he's like, I love it. Hook, line, and sinker, I'm in.
And he was the same size, right?
Yeah, he was 280, 38 years old, 6'2", and he's done phenomenal. He's down under 220 now.
And he's stuck with it too?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he's stuck with it. He, has been doing it, and he's a husband and a dad of 2 little kids, and his wife and his kids don't do it. And
that's some serious commitment. And so I think it's important too to describe to everybody tell them what you do for work, and where I'm getting at is that environment isn't your plant-based environment. It's not working at a yoga studio or at a gym.
Oh, no, we live in as blue collar as you can be in Western Massachusetts, and we're both in the laborers union. So we are wearing our hard hats and our vests, and we're out there sweating and shoveling something every day.
And it's really impressive because in my experience of doing that sort of work is the breaks are a cigarette, and after, whatever, a bag of Doritos in a deli sandwich that you've made. And then, so it's just, I think it's really impressive because one of the hardest things during the plant-based transition is just hearing it from everybody else. It's all of a sudden it's the biggest deal in the world, and anyone around you is talking about it. So to stick with it is a lot of self-discipline.
Oh, absolutely. Food is such a community, and people gather around the table. It's a meeting place. It's where people break bread and share their stories of the day. So when you are not partaking in the same fare that they are for eats, it can be a little difficult at times. But it's you just got to stick to your guns and know what makes you feel good. I mean, that's why I never really wavered, because like I feel better doing it this way.
Okay, how do you feel? Like, just describe to people how you feel by eating like this.
I feel really just good. I mean, before, when I would be prepared and thinking about, having dinner, I'd always almost be like, all right, well, where am I going to sleep after this? Because after I eat, I'm going to be wiped out.
Yeah, you sound like me after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and it was just like now, food is my fuel, and I eat it and I keep going, and just everything feels better. Before going plant-based, I'd maybe spend 2 hours looking through different menus and online, and what the heck do I want to eat? What should I cook? And now I don't think of it a second. It's like, oop, this is here. Boom, that's what I'm having. And, always a plant-based option.
Dude,
yeah, it's funny.
Go ahead, Z.
I was just going to say that, like, most of the time people think it's more complex, and really for me, I've found it's really simplified things, because that this is what I can eat and what I can't. Not can and can't, but what I choose to and choose not to, and it's almost always right in the same area, and it's really easy.
Yeah, it does make things a lot easier, and what I've found is you don't have to worry about all the meats spoiling and eating week-old chicken and all that nonsense.
It's done wonders for my just home life, and I produce maybe one garbage bag a week, if that, and you wouldn't even know there's garbage in the house. Never smells.
That's true. I never thought of that. You don't have that soggy styrofoam chicken goo packet sitting in your trash. Everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I just had that smell linger right across my nose just then.
It's like a sponge of chicken fat and everything.
Dude, Zach, so you lost all this weight, but you said you didn't change much else outside of what you were eating. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah. No. I mean, what we do, or what I do for work, is fairly physical. But we're a union. We have our breaks as well. And yeah. So just eating. I've wanted to get a more routine workout regimen in, but I'm still struggling with that. That's not my. I'm not great at that yet. I'm great at the eating, and I'm not great at the working out part.
Dude, you're doing awesome, man. Making that big change is it takes a lot, and I think in order to create long lasting change, it's important you take small steps, and that's a big small step you took. But I think it's going to make it a lot easier for you to get into a workout routine because of that.
Well, we hopped on the monkey bars the other day.
Yeah, I saw that, Zach. What are you talking about, bro? I saw you flying around those monkey bars.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was all going great, and I was having a blast, and then I was just having a little too much fun here in Maui, and was just going a little too fast one morning and twisted my ankle like a son of a gun, and I've been a little laid up since then, not being able to be too active.
Hey, well, now you're going to have a stronger ankle when that thing heals up.
Oh, let's hope.
So I think one of the beneficial parts, though, and we didn't get into it really, is what Zach is eating.
Yeah, Zach, what are you eating?
I eat everything. I mean, I eat a whole lot of fruits. During the summer, it's a lot of fruit salad, a lot of whole wheat pasta salad with like tomatoes, cucumbers, olives, broccoli, any kind of veggie I can really throw in the pasta salad. Always trying to make sure always making sure I have whole wheat pasta. And I've actually been trying to start going gluten-free a little more, but
nice, man.
That's kind of a hit or miss. It happens and it doesn't. And I don't really care one way or another, but I think I do feel a little better and breathe a little cleaner when I do less of the gluten.
But let's not, I don't want to bullshit at all. Let's be totally real, is that almost, that 45 pounds that's come off of you hasn't been from, excessive exercise and crazy clean vegan eating of, acai bowl in the morning and veggie plate for lunch and veggie plate for dinner. Because I think a lot of people think that the only way you can lose weight is by having some tasteless plant-based diet, and nobody wants to do that, so they revert back. But Zach is keeps a very normal menu, and every time I go to his house or we're together, it's still having ice cream. Like, you know, it's not like the guy doesn't like to eat. So, like, still, I don't want people thinking, oh, the only way you can get this done is by eating, like, you know, the healthiest looking rainbow ever. I mean, it helps, but just eating plant-based alone and withdrawing the animal product from his diet has basically gone down 45 pounds.
Correct. Yeah. No. I mean, I strive to eat a little more whole food, but like Zach just said, I do like to eat, and I'll have my ice creams, and I'll be having my toast and my vegan butter with a whole bunch of avocado on it.
Hell yeah.
Be cramming that down, and
that Ben & Jerry's dairy free was insane.
Yo, is that good? I haven't had it yet.
It's amazing. It really is. All the chunks of the that you love out of a Ben and Jerry's, all the little candy pieces in there. It's makes you feel real again.
It totally does. You
know, because I'm self-admittedly, I got a big old sweet tooth. I love sweets.
Hell yeah.
And I just think that's what's really important, because it's like, whatever, you could be preachy vegan all day, but that's exactly the opposite of what's going down. Like, it's almost always the questions I get are, what are you eating? Because and that's stemming from the fact that, like, everyone thinks it's crazy complex, and it's really not. There's a dairy-free option in most grocery stores, and the flexibility is just there. And I think Zach has proved that by going about this in a place that doesn't have a lot of high-end grocery stores, and under a certain work environment. And he's made it all happen on really just like your normal grocery store selections, and by sticking with it.
Yeah, I pretty much refuse to go to Whole Foods or a Trader Joe's because...
Whole paycheck,
and they're like a half an hour away from my house, and it's just like, for working and driving and working all day, driving a half an hour 2 towns over to go shop at a Whole Foods or Trader Joe's that is at the bottom of my list. I'm not doing that. So I just go to the local grocery store, whether it be Walmart or the one in my town is called Big Y. They're like a 10-store chain or so. And yeah, I just shop the outside of the aisles. They have Earth Balance butter there, which is a vegan plant-based butter. You can get it soy-free, and it tastes amazing. That was one thing I was missing a lot, was just like having some toast and butter. And because, you know, having that with cereal was a fond meal for myself. And ever since finding the plant-based butter, it's night and day. It's so good.
Dude, that's awesome, man. And kudos for you for making those changes. I'm sure you're stoked to see what I think is to come in 2018 with those changes even getting more rooted in your habits and your lifestyle and all of that. So nice work, brother.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Hey, let's not forget. It's almost 1 year for you as well, right?
Yeah. Started.
Sorry, we got a wave runner being pulled by an ATV by the recording studio right now.
All good. Yeah. No, I started in April. April when I moved. April when I moved out here.
What's been the one biggest thing that's happened to you?
Oh my God. My energy level is just consistently high. I can exercise more and work out more and not have to worry about recovery as
now,
much.
What made you want to do it, Rob? Because you were fit. I mean, you seemed, ready to rumble at any given point. You didn't need to lose weight, or it didn't seem like you needed a big change. What made you want to do it?
Dude, thank you for saying that, Zach. I honestly just wanted to feel the best I possibly could. Like that, I felt like by doing that, I'd be able to do anything. I feel like I'd be able to be more engaged with life, be more engaged with my relationships, be more engaged really across the board, and cut out sugar in January. Cut out drinking in December 2016. Sugar in January, and then February, March was like weaning off the meats, cheeses, eggs, and then, April till now is pretty much 100% no animal proteins.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a big year, 2018. I'm excited for it.
Well, and that's all. I totally agree with you on the clarity aspect of it. Like, you cut out the chemicals and the clarity comes in for sure. But that one, that's all good and gravy. But I think the one that's important for you, and you didn't mention it, is that your skin cleared up. Because I think it's important for people to have something to go off of, whether it's qualitative or quantitative.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely like a really, that's a really big, that's something that that people can listen to. It's like me with acid reflux, and I can talk about that. But I mean, I think that's the big one.
Yeah. No, I used to have this like rash on my nose, like right under my eye. It was like dry and red. And then I used to have some of these rashes on my arms. And then it was when I stopped eating the dairy and the eggs and the cheese and all that all of it cleared up. It was crazy. My skin started looking a lot more hydrated with all the vegetables, and then with all the additional water I was drinking as well. So those changes, it's something you don't really think about. It's like, damn, I'm putting food into my body that might be the reason for this rash on my nose.
Right, and I love that, because it's like, it might be the reason, right? It's like, we don't know shit. Over a year ago, I was eating fried chicken and ice cream. Right? But what I do know is that since I stopped eating the fried chicken and ice cream and gone plant-based, is that I dropped a chronic issue of acid reflux, heartburn, whatever you want to call it, that I literally suffered from daily for over 15 years.
Oh, so, I know you suffered from that shit.
It's like, I don't really know anything. I'm not a nutritionist, but what I've done is just seen that disappear, and it disappeared within about 3 weeks, and we're over a year in, and I take zero medication and just feeling totally great about it. So,
well, and I think that's the
important part is, like, we don't know, but it's like, it's been an experiment that's helped me out a lot.
Well, that's it. And I think it's important that, I've treated myself like a guinea pig, like my own science experiment, and trying new things and trying to figure out what works well for me. Just like you have, Zach, just like you have Z Money. And, once you learn those things, then you implement them in your life. And then hopefully you can share that information with other people to make, changes in their life. It's not going to be the exact same, but, hopefully in one way or another, you're going to be helping people through your own experience, Yeah,
that's one of the things I remember hearing, like, because I watched a whole lot of those Netflix documentaries and just online researching when I was doing this, trying to get, reconfirmation of what I was doing, and just like seeing other people's take and opinions on it. And one of the things that I remember hearing that I thought was cool was that, the body wants to heal itself. It wants to get better. Like, you cut your skin, you don't have to touch it, you don't have to do nothing, it starts healing. So what like you were saying, you getting rid of the alcohol, the sugars, and the animal products, once you get rid of all that, the body can start healing itself, and you're not constantly cutting it or injuring it.
Yeah, and then you can start thinking more clearly and living more easily. It's just...
Well, then, it's funny you say it, because we've had this type of chat many times since we've been on the island just hanging out. And it's like 35, 45 pounds, 50 pounds down is like a whole new body. So it's like a whole extra life, or a whole addition to the life you're living. Like, it's just a lot more flexibility. Like, hopping over a gate becomes a lot easier.
Yeah. Hey, Zach, if you ever got to run from the cops, you're running away from them, bro.
I'm sideways and they can't see me now.
Yeah. You're super agile. You're like dipping and dodging, okie doking all over the place.
Yeah. No, I mean, everything's just easier. I was going snorkeling here and just putting on my flippers and getting going, putting on the flippers and moving, and just everything's easier.
Good, man. I love hearing that. That's awesome, man. I know y'all gotta drop this van off soon here, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna. This is it. This is the last day or last few hours here in Ivory.
Yeah, last moments of van life.
Well, I'm so glad I was able to connect with y'all while you're together on the island, and it sounds like y'all had a really great time. So I'm stoked for y'all.
We did, but one more thing.
Yo.
Zach did his first few sessions of breathwork.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Zach, man, that makes me so happy, bro. How was it?
I thought it was really cool. I didn't know that I was going to experience the kind of sensations on the chest and the rest of my body that I had. But no, it was a nice little way to unplug for a bit.
Good, man.
We even did a massive scream on the beach.
Ooh, nice. Nice.
I can't decide what I like better, holding my breath or the scream.
Dude, you same, man. I think it gives you two different ways of really going in on you, which is I thought
the holding the breath one was kind of cool because I was amazed at how long I was able to hold it for at first. Zach held it for the whole song, but
no surprise there.
I surprised myself with how long I could do it.
Well, that's what freedivers will do when they're diving without any tanks. Is they'll oxygenate their body and their brains and then go underwater for these obscene amounts of time. And you hear that and you're like, man, I could barely hold my breath for like 20 seconds. How in the world are these people doing it? And that's how they're doing it.
Right, and just like Zach and I talked about last night, I like doing it to a song because you can tell what type of progression you're making. So on the whole, talking about the holding of the breath. So do the whole breath work, and instead of the scream at the end, I'll go for a nice breath hold, and I'll try to do it for whatever song is on, and then you can tell how far you've gone. And do the same thing with planks working out. Then you know what sort of progress you're making. Like, I made it through that whole Odessa song. Great. That was 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Like, perfect.
Yeah. Now I'm going to throw on Meridian. Or throw on Late Night. See what I could do. Dude,
the breath work was awesome down here. It was amazing to do it on the beach. I love doing it in amazing locations, and it certainly helps with dealing with the minor nuances that come with sleeping two grown men in the back of a van. It's just carefree, man.
Oh,
nobody cares. Just breathe for a bit.
Man,
I don't know if I'm ready for breath work to Grateful Dead yet, though. I'm not ready for a 15-minute song.
Zach, when you start mixing in your favorite music, it really has a big impact on your sessions. It's really great.
I bet. I could see that.
Yeah, it's just good that now you have that tool in your tool belt to use when you maybe are feeling stressed out or feeling like shit. You can lay on the ground, breathe some, and get back to your baseline, which is good, man.
Yeah, no, I thought it was good just to kind of unplug for those 20 minutes and just try to chill.
That's awesome, man. Keep it up for sure. So good catching up with you guys, man.
Yeah, bro. I'll see you in a few. I don't know. Maybe go over to another island here for a few days, but I will be back in maybe like a week or so.
Cool. Keep me posted. Zach, great seeing you, or great talking to you, man. Safe travels back to Massachusetts, and please keep us posted on everything, man. We love hearing about your progress, bro.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.